our systems. And by talking about systems now, system in this sense involves family as a system,
Good.
the society as a system, and the society as a system involves.
I know. Sorry for cutting. When you talk about the family as a system, I remember the video I watched online recently, and all these guys that play pranks, and the guy met a mother and a child, a daughter, and the guy was like, okay, don't worry, that if you can pull off your underwear on the road, I'm gonna give you. I think I can't remember the money, but I know something that is a bit huge. And I saw a video where the mother was encouraging the daughter to go ahead and do it, all because of the money. So that's why I'm coming. That's why I had to bring that scenario about the family.
Yeah, systems. When there is a fault in our systems, okay, it affects a whole lot of things. And like I said earlier, talking about system, okay, family as a system, the society itself as a system, our religious bodies or organizations as a system. Okay, the society as a system, of course, involves a lot of sectors, the government, and all of that. But one very vital part of every society is the family. Okay, it's just by the grace of God that some people don't even end up in doing things that shouldn't be heard of. Okay, some people have grown up in families that do not set the right standards. Okay, they've grown up with parents that do not set the right example.
Parents encouraging children into fraud.
I'm telling you, I even had someone I even had it, or I don't know how true it is, that somewhere in the southwest there, in Ogun State actually, that parents take their children to places where they will learn internet fraud, yahoo, like they
imagine.
well, like they go to enroll them there, okay, to train them to learn how to go about it and all of that. So, and it's one of the strategy of the devil. Okay, the devil always tries to attack families. Why? Because when the family is not in order, okay, the first set of people that suffer is the children. When the father and the mother are not in one accord, when the father and the mother, when the parents, okay, they are not running the family the way it should, okay, a lot of things can happen. Okay, that is why it is important, okay, for families to be very well strengthened. Okay, and one system that favors or that helps strengthening the family as a system is the church. Okay, a lot of things are happening in families that is as a result of lack of training, lack of exposure. Okay, a lot of people go into marriage without being well equipped for it. Okay, and we understand that family or marriage, okay, is a journey where you embark on, okay, and you get the certificate, even before you get into it. So why would we spend years in the university to be trained as a doctor, okay, and something as vital as a family you enter into without being trained? Okay, it is important that we begin correcting these things from the family level. Okay, the family is an institution. Okay, and it is important that people going into it should be well trained. Okay, you should have a mentor, you should have a teacher. Okay, you should have someone putting you through, because a lot of people have been should I say misguided now by Nollywood and all the woods that we have.
The wood, Hollywood, Dollywood, everything.
A lot of people have a lot of expectations, they fantasize about a lot of things about marriage. Okay, so they get into it with expectations that are not being met, and it's as a result of the fact that they are not well prepared for it. Okay, a lot of people have imagined a lot of things about family, about marriage. So getting into marriage, the crux of everything we're saying is that it is very important for us to raise great families, strong families. Okay, because in a situation whereby the family is in disarray, okay, oftentimes or not, it affects the children. And what do you get from that? The children, they get exposed to things they shouldn't get exposed to. Some children, some parents don't even know the level or class their children are in school.
Imagine.
Do you know that?
Imagine.
They don't know that. Okay,
negligence from the side of the parents.
They don't know that their children or their child is a primary 3, or they call it a basic 3 or basic 4. They are not sure. They don't even know the level. They don't even know a lot of things about their children. It takes a whole lot of intentionality and being deliberate. Okay, so when the families are well groomed, well raised, and very strong, we raise better children for the society. So, and that way, okay, we are able to curb some of these things. Okay, it minimizes a lot. Of course, the church has a very vital role too as a system. Okay, the church is a training ground. The church is an hospital, quote and unquote, for all kind of things. Okay, the church is meant to be able to correct a lot of things. Okay, so going to church is meant to change the life of people. So what are our churches and religious organizations? What are they teaching? What are they instilling? Okay, in the minds and the hearts of people. What are they teaching? What are they communicating? Because one of the best places to raise generals, of course, is the church. Okay, to train people is the church. For me, okay, my journey into the fulfillment of purpose began in church. Okay, the core of what I do today, okay, started as a result of the fact that I was very committed in church. Okay, and by the grace of God, God brought me to a spiritual family that was able to help me walk through my journey in life. Okay, that trained me. Okay, and it's something that is very, very important. Okay, a lot of things are happening around us that can get us distracted as youth. Okay, but a young man, a young woman that is well trained, okay, knows well equipped, okay, knows what and what to say no to. Okay, some things don't just move you because so person is driving a Bentley or is living in so place doesn't mean that you should be thrilled by that. Okay, you understand the fact that God is taking you somewhere.
Time and season happens to them all.
Yeah, right. So the church has a very important role to play. The family too, and everything works hand in hand. Okay, it is the people that are well trained in families that go into the society, who in turn become the leaders of tomorrow, and that translates into the society as a system. That translates to the kind of leaders we raise, the kind of leaders we have. Okay, the kind of people that govern us. So primarily, I believe the family is, as a system, has a major role to play. Fathers and mothers, please, it requires us to begin to catch our words young, in order to. A lot of things are happening to children that their parents don't even know about. Children today, they know things that their parents don't even know while they were at their age.
Of course.
They can operate their parents' phones better than the parents. They can navigate the internet better than their parents. So they have access to a whole lot of information out there. Okay, so it's important for families to do a great job, parents to be deliberate about training their children. Another side of it is schools too. The school as a system. Okay, for you as a father, you've trained your child, your son or your daughter properly, proper home training. Your child goes to school to mingle or to meet with another child that has improper home training. So what is the strength of what you have imputed in your own child will determine how he or she will be able to withstand, okay, or go against the influence. Okay, it will determine how the influence from out the outside world, how it will shield them from the outside world, because it is in-house that we know. We don't really know what's happening out there. Alright, so they go to schools, they make new friends, they meet new people, but then what you have instilled in them, the strength of what you have instilled in them will determine how they can withstand the negative pressure from outside. So it's a system thing. Family as a system, the school as a system, the religious organizations as a system. So it requires a whole lot of intentionality, and everything works hand in hand. Okay, churches and all of that should take raising strong families as a priority. okay, it's important. There is a place of premarital counseling. Okay, what some people forget about is postmarital counseling. Okay, a lot of things happen when you get to the field. It is when you are doing your training sessions that you can be displaying a lot of skills when playing football. But when you get to the field, how many of those skills can you display? So it's a system thing, and may God continue to help us.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I believe you've heard that. You know, one of the things that made me come about this topic is because looking at the society, you just shake your head that what's happening? You know, a lot of oppression. And when I mean oppression, you can only be oppressed if you are being moved by what you say.
Yeah, sorry to cut you short. Another side to it is the fact that some of these things happening, we really shouldn't be surprised. Why? Because it's scriptures being fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things are happening, they are signs. So it's just scriptures being fulfilled. When you hear some things in the news and they are just so heartbreaking, but if you think deep down, it is actually the scriptures being fulfilled, because some of these things have been documented.
You know, it's scripture being fulfilled, but one of the things I want the viewer to understand is that must it be a scripture that will be fulfilled through you? Because okay, let's talk about the issue of Judas. There was somebody that was going to betray Judas, but the question is, must it be Judas?
Yeah.
There was somebody that will betray Jesus, but must it be Judas?
That
so
was destiny.
If scriptures has to be fulfilled, must it be you?
The negative aspect.
The negative aspect of life. You know, and a lot of people at the end of the day, they lose their life through these things. And tell me, when you lose your life into where it's supposed to be an eternity of good pleasure, is that an eternity of, you know, I don't know what to say, because if you say hellfire, some people say there's no fire, but whichever way, the thing is, if you are doing good, you know you're doing good. If you are doing the other way, you know you are doing the other way. So he said, scripture never must it be you? That's the question.
Our systems have a lot of work to
so
to play.
Yeah, I really appreciate everything. I really appreciate your impact in the life, and I believe that beyond this is going to affect a lot of people. And even I said something from the beginning of my video. I said, even if it is just a life I am touching, I am fulfilled. Because if some life were not touched, some of us will not be where we are today. Because it was the life of somebody that was touched, that we saw, that we became who we are today. And we've not even gotten to where we are going. We still have a lot of journey to go. And some of us, it's not as if we are not being tempted. We are tempted to do some of these things. Everybody wants to be rich. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. But you know what? He said, Abraham, who through faith and patience obtain what? The promises of God. And we believe we will get there one day.
Definitely.
I really appreciate you hear this Mr. Shola B. You know, I really appreciate you being here on this channel.
It's a privilege to be on this great channel, dishing out great content, edifying content. It's really a privilege to be with you, and I appreciate the great work.
Thank you,
the
sir.
Great effort you're imputing into all of this.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you so much. Believe that you are enjoying this wonderful YouTube channel. That is what I would like to tell you. Kindly remember, subscribe, like and comment, and kindly share. It's one of my very good viewers. So please comment, share, like. I really appreciate you. I'll see you next week. God bless you. Peace.